during the previous Yalla season, to ease the burden of farmers and purchasers alike, the Ministry of Finance grants the Ministry of Trade and Commerce 75 million rupees to purchase potatoes from the farmers in the Badulla district. Now, while the Ministry of Trade and Commerce has under its purview institutions like Lanka for this purpose, the ministry hands over the responsibility of purchasing these stocks of potatoes to a cooperative society known as CoopFed. Now, the CoopFed was given the 75 million rupees to purchase these stocks of potatoes, and they did purchase 2 million kilograms of potatoes from the farmers in the Badulla district. Now, later, they informed the ministry that 1 million of these stocks of potatoes that they purchased were spoilt with no evidence. There was no evidence on the purchase of these stocks of potatoes or the perishing or the destruction of these potatoes, and no material evidence of the remnants of the potatoes that were supposedly spoilt. Now, this complete deal amounted to a loss of 82 million rupees. Representatives of this cooperative society known as CoopFed were summoned before the Cabinet Committee on the Cost of Living. However, not a single representative was present before this committee. There are no responsible officials in this cooperative society who could provide answers for these questions, and there are no provisions to compel them to appear before the Cabinet Committee on the Cost of Living, as they are not public representatives. Now, the next question that begs to be answered is the fact that were these farmers paid in full for their produce that was purchased? The simple answer to that question is no, they weren't paid in full. In reality, the Finance Ministry has to allocate an additional 30 million rupees to pay these farmers for the rest of the produce that was already purchased. Now, through this entire deal, the Ministry of Trade and Commerce has been successful in wasting a total of 105 million rupees of Sri Lankan taxpayer rupees. Now, at the end of the day, this is what the ministry has done. Now, the direct responsibility of this financial mismanagement should be held by the Secretary to the Ministry of Trade and Commerce, who authorized and created the environment for this deal. What will happen next? Action TV will maintain a close watch.